Hello guys and welcome to my channel Keeley Talks. I have missed you. I know it's only been a few weeks, but we had school half term and then I had horrible migraines and now it's just been finding the time to come live, and I'm glad that I'm live today. I know that it was short notice. I didn't really let many of you know. But I hope everyone is okay today. Hello, Liz. I see you in the chat. I'm good, love. I'm good today, especially. How are you doing, my love? You're the first one here as well, so a chance to be getting a reading as well, right? So yeah, I'm doing really, really good. We're going to be live till about 2 p.m. which is in about an hour and 25 minutes. So hopefully we'll get to a few people in that time. And I was thinking at the end of the stream, maybe about 10 to 2-ish, trying something different. And that is, I want to do like a little mindfulness activity that everybody can join in with. Obviously, I'm going to talk about this in a bit. But I've got my little 5-minute mindfulness journal, and I think it'll be really, really fun to do that with everybody. Liz, did you share the stream on Twitter? I did share the stream. The only one I've not shared on is Discord, because my phone that has Discord on it is not working at the moment. The screen is being annoying. It won't let me click on it. It's not letting me click on that part of the screen. Let me try to do it this way. Right, let me see if I can get the link out. Oh my gosh, why are you being so annoying? Copy. Discord. I dropped this phone. Hey, Ash. Are you? Can you guys share the stream for me as well, please, if you can? So we can let everybody know we are here. No worries. Right, I've managed to share it on Discord. It's up there now. And I'll share the stream again on Twitter. Okay, there we go. There we go. I've shared it now again. But anyway, what was I saying? So we are going to start. I'm going to do the spiritual AF card when more people come in. But because there's only a few people in here right now, I'm going to ask you guys to put number 1 in the chat if you want a reading. And we'll get straight into the readings. So who's here? So let me put my little banner up that we put on. If I can find it. If you'd like a reading, put a number 1 in the chat. I'm glad it worked for you, Liz. I'm hiding. I'm going to use this other little mini deck today that I've not used on stream, and it's, I don't know what this deck's called, Hanson Roberts Tarot Deck. They're so cute. Put a 1 if you'd like a reading, guys. Just going to shuffle these cards and get ready. Okay. Right. Do you want to put your question in the chat, love? No, Liz, of course it's not. In fact, it's a perfect time for him getting a reading to get guidance. And I think that if you manage to stay around this to the end of the stream, we are going to do that little mindfulness project, which might really help you as well to get out of feeling in that funky mood. Aish wants a message from Spirit. Okay, well, I'm only doing guidance readings with the tarot, connecting to actual spirit. Sometimes people's loved ones from spirit do come through. It does take a lot more energy for me to connect with spirit. So the free readings are just tarot. Obviously, when I'm connecting with any divination, I'm using my spirit guides. Sometimes connecting to yours, but is there, if you don't want to ask a specific question, Aish, you can ask for a general reading. There you go, my love. Okay. It's okay for you. Really? The cards have fell. Let me get them. 1 second. Aish, it's okay, my love. You don't need to apologise. We all connect with spirit when we're doing any type of divination, of course, but the actual connecting to someone's loved ones it takes a lot of energy, and I'm not prepared myself for that. I have to. Sometimes that happens on the streams, but when I'm intentionally wanting to connect with people's loved ones, I do like to go into meditation more deeply and open up my chakras before the stream. No, not at all, Liz. Not at all. Okay, my love Aish. First card that came out of you was 6 of Wands. 6 of Rods is the card on this card here. This card is talking about how you're going into a new beginning, my love, and how it's going to be something that we're going to be able to feel proud of and show off to people. Not in an egotistical way, but in the sense of like saying, you know, hey, I did it. I feel like there are these goals that you've been setting for yourself, and it's like you were coming to we've gone full circle, and we're coming to a place where we feel like we've accomplished them goals. If you feel like you're not quite there, I feel like this is something that is going to be completed very soon for you. You do have the Wheel of Fortune coming in as well, and that's talking about change for you. But the Emperor is also coming in talking about stability as well, Aish. This card's coming in for you, love, talking about how you're needing to place yourself in better routines, okay? Even though you're in this period feeling very proud of things that you've accomplished, there's a need here to be ensuring that we manage our routine schedule. You sometimes aren't the best at managing your schedule, and you sometimes feel like that you're constantly climbing up a mountain here. But the Emperor's coming in here and he's saying, hey, time to bring in this stable foundation. As we're going into a new cycle within your life here, you're going into this new period, this new beginning. You got the 3 of Rods here. This is coming in talking about change. 3 of Wands essentially. The 3 of Wands is coming in and saying to you, my love, that there's something that you're that somebody, either yourself or someone around you, is planning a new venture, okay? I don't know if this is a holiday or a new job or what, but I feel like that there's a new venture there in the works. This is something that is going to, again, bring a lot of stability. The Emperor came in saying, hey, we need to be building some new foundations. Wands. The 4 of Wands coming in here saying, hey, if we do start taking these steps, because we are going through these changes at the moment, that we are going to be able to build them foundations. The 4 of Wands here is also the twin flame. This because I feel I could be talking about how somebody's going to be accompanying you on your next part of your journey, whether that's a best friend or a partner. They're not showing me that. Like on these cards, it looks like mother and daughter vibes, but this could be a best friend, it could be a mother, it could be a family member or partner. But this is saying that somebody's going to come in and help you build your foundations, help you really see your full potential. They're showing me a key as well, my love. Somebody's either moving or getting a new car. I do want to say somebody is learning to drive at the moment. They are showing me a car specifically. And they're showing me that new venture as well, going traveling. We've also got the Hermit coming in. The Hermit is saying, hey, there's also times where you need to take a step back and reflect on your situation and things that are going on around you. Sometimes you forget to take time out for yourself. You love to help people and do things for others. You sometimes have to take that moment just to step back and relax with the vibes and just figure out what's your next plan. You do tend to live very much in the moment, which I'm living for, but sometimes you forget to bring in the routine of what's going to happen next. What plans do we need to put in place here to help build on where we are? The Knight of Swords is coming in saying, think, hey, and Little Piggy and Melody and everyone and Jorah and everyone who came in. Hello. You've also got the Knight of Swords saying things are going to be changing fast. We have talked about change and going into a new cycle. I feel this is going to be very, very fast. I also want to say that there is conflicts around you at the moment where people are having a disagreement and not seeing eye to eye on everything. But the Ace of Wands is coming in and saying that there's a need here for somebody to be a peacemaker regarding this situation. Like a mediator? That was the word I was trying to find. We found it in the end. A mediator. If somebody needs to come in and be a mediator, there's been a disagreement or misunderstanding between two parties, and I feel like somebody needs to come in and be that calm within the storm there. I'm going to get you a Rebel deck card. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, my love. I am dyslexic and I'm terrible at names. I really am. Oh, there it is. Okay. This card's coming for you, Aish. It's dark and you can't see a fucking thing. Get your head out of your ass, pronto. This card is coming in saying that you do forget to reflect and to make plans at times, as the cards came in and said here. You do tend to take yourself off into your own little world and to take a step back and to manage the situation from afar as well. Okay. Hope that was okay for you, Aish. That was just my love messaging me. Good morning. Says, hope your stream is going well. Love you. Okay. Hello, Cherry. I need to put my emojis. Where is it? There we go. Right. There was only literally a few people in here when we started that reading because it was right at the beginning of the stream. So if you weren't here, you would have missed what I said, which was that at the end of this stream, which we're going to finish at about we're going to finish the stream. The readings at about 10 to 2. Hoping to finish the stream about 2 o'clock. At the end of the stream, we are going to do like a little tiny mindfulness activity just to help us all feeling good vibes for the rest of the day. I think mindfulness is such an amazing practice to practice every day to feel good. And because we only had like 2 people or something at the start, we didn't do our spiritual AF card, so we're going to do that now as well. Right, wait, don't put the banner. Where's the banner gone? Why can't I find it? Right, there we go. But this little mindfulness activity we're going to do, you guys can participate. Especially if you have a pen and paper, it's not going to be drawing or anything. You can even do it mindfully, obviously mindfulness. So we'll do that at the end. Okay. Cherry. Hi, Mohaha. Right, so this card is for all of us. This is all of our little spiritual guidance of the day from the little spiritual AF. You can do if you want to, little piggy. It's up to you. I don't ask anyone to do that. It's up to you. Okay. So it says, pretending to be a savage won't heal that hole in your heart, baby. You know who the real OGs are. The ones who ain't got shit to hide from anyone, especially themselves. Real OGs claim their humanity. They hold those wounds up to the light like Mufasa holding Simba. Mufasa doesn't hold Simba, Rafiki does. What the hell? They need to change this. Can you hear that inspirational music starting? Yeah, that's you starting the hero's journey, love bug. I feel like that this card is telling... What, Cherry? How do I say your name? I don't know. Am I saying... I can't help my accent now. Well, do I say it a certain way? Do you mean because we go Cherry? I feel like that this card is saying that when people put that mask on, and I've done it before, we've all had our moments of when we're hurting and then we start taking it out on everyone else and literally showing like we don't give a shit about our own feelings. Like, no, we're not going through anything. Some people's mask is humor. They'll just sit there and be the class clown. Some people's mask is silence. Some people's mask is being a douche. But at the end of the day, it's important for us to own our own feelings and to communicate them. If you can't communicate with others, if you feel like you can't communicate with others, journal it, write it down just to get it off your own mind. Talk out to the spirit world. Humour is an amazing way to deal with our own frustrations and hurt, of course, but it doesn't actually physically help us if we're hurting inside and we can't talk to anybody about it. It's important to not hide ourselves from others. Also, it's important to protect ourselves, but yeah, I like that little card for today. Cherry says, like I'm getting told off. Cherry, could tell you off. I'm not joking. Okay, so where's my banner? Now, if you would like a reading, put a number 1 in the chat, my loves. No worries, Aish. I hope that little bit of guidance from the cards was okay for you. I want to get me normal tarot cards out now. My normal. I love the size of these tarot cards. They're so much easier to shuffle. I can't say that word. Shuffle. shuffle. Me mouth won't formulate the words. Cherry always needs telling off. These cards are cute, and these were the other ones that I was using. I think it's slightly bigger, so I was just using these blue ones. I'm going to go back to these. Okay, where are we going? Liz, I feel drawn to you, my love. Do you want to put your question in the chat? If you don't know what to ask, you can always ask for a general reading. Just no health questions, no legal questions. So if that banging guys down your ears. I've got a delivery coming from Amazon today of some new Oracle cards, and I've wanted them for ages. And they're called the Tea Leaf Oracle deck. If you're into cards, you might know which ones I mean. And they're round. And I've wanted them for ages, but they're like £30, which is like double the price of normal tarot cards. Oracle cards. But yeah. They're coming today, but it says till 10 o'clock. And if they don't come before the end of my stream, we will have to go live tomorrow, won't we? Can't go live on Friday. On Monday, my little lad is going for his face-to-face to be assessed for autism. So yeah, we'll have to go live tomorrow, I think. Okay, my love Liz. Let's see. I love the Rebel deck as well. They do another one, and I want to get it. The Spiritual AF is like the Rebel deck. Like these. For anyone who likes the Rebel deck, these are good for like a day-to-day thing. Let me show you how many cards you get. You can just pull one out each day. Let's check that out. Cherry. Wait, I've got to say a name like I'm not saying after. Cherry. Wait, no. Cherry. Cherry, stop it. Can't say it normal, Cherry. Right, okay, Liz. First of all, let me show you what we've got here. I've pulled 3 cards out for you. We've got the Hermit, the 2 of Wands, and the 8 of Pentacles, okay? So, I know that before you question, you have told me that things have been feeling a bit down recently, just so people know. That's all she's told me just in the chat earlier. But the Hermit's coming in first of all saying, girl, you need to find that light that is shining within you. Got the light here, the Hermit. You have been feeling very much like you yourself can't talk to people recently. I feel like that Spiritual AF card does resonate with you yourself, that you do tend to hide yourself away because you don't know who to trust. The Hermit's coming in saying that there's so much light in you, and I feel like that your own worst critic at times is yourself, okay? And you forget how amazing of a person you are. The 2 of Wands is coming in here for you, Liz, and saying, listen, we're needing to start looking forward. We need to start looking at the future. They're not telling me what the situation is that has been making you feel sad, but they are making me aware that there is a need to stop looking behind and to start looking forward, right? And they're saying that we're needing to put this cape of strength on, and we've got the staff of support here. There is a need for you, and he's got the staff of support as well. You need to find your people, and I feel like that there is a few people within your life that you trust, but there is certain things where you feel like you can't turn to them. This card is coming out saying, hey, you need to find your group of people. You need to find a group of people who you trust personally. Okay, we also have the Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, sorry. Eight of Pentacles here. This is cards coming in saying, hey, there's a lot of, I don't like it saying hey. Hey. But there's a lot of work to be doing, Liz, okay? And you're needing to be putting the work in there. They're saying that you're needing to busy your mind. You're overthinking all the time. You need to pack it in. You do feel like that you are juggling too much that you can handle, but you can handle it. These situations that you face at the moment, it's not a test from the universe. I don't believe that we ever go through tests from the universe. I know we all have our own beliefs, of course, but this isn't a test from the universe. This is just an experience through life cycles. We go through the waves of the up and the downs, and you are feeling very much like you're on that rocky boat at the minute. Last but not least here, apart from the Rebel deck, we've got the Five of Swords as well, my love. This is talking about where you feel like somebody has, what's the word? Oh, I can't think of the word. My brain sometimes deletes words out my brain at times, and it's really, really annoying. I feel like somebody has... I can't think of the word. They've done something to take your trust away, essentially. I can't think of the word. It'll come to me in a bit. But it is like... But you feel like that they've done something that where you feel like you can't trust. They have betrayed. That's it. Thanks, Cherry. You feel betrayed. Thank you for helping me. You feel very much like that you have been betrayed, and you feel like that constantly when you do start to allow yourself to feel comfortable with a situation or people, it just goes tits up. And you're like, what's the point? The point is to keep trying, okay? Just keep at it. Stay strong here. And know that we are always growing. Always growing. Throughout all these experiences that we're always growing. Now I need to get you a little Rebel deck card. We do. Thank you for helping me, Cherry. My brain's been daft. Okay. You got the project, that person, that idea is waiting. Get after that shit. The world has your back. This is saying that there is things that you have put on pause, okay? There's projects or maybe people or ideas that you've got here that you've put on pause because you just feel like, I have not got the energy for it. This card is coming as a sign for you that, hey, it's now time to pick up that project again, and to get at it. And this one here is on the top. You are the best thing to ever happen to you. Love that card. I do. Love it. Where are we? Okay. If anyone would like a reading, please put a 1 in the chat. That was my knee. Oh, thank you, Liz. I need to find my people. Like, you guys are my people, but I mean, in the actual day-to-day life, I don't know if anyone else feels like this. I go through a lot of days where there's nobody I can personally talk to. And it's heartbreaking. you have people you grow up with, family, and nobody can be bothered. I have a mum friend that I meet up with weekly for a brew. But what's it called? We all need to find our people. Guys, for those who are members, because I prefer to do this privately so we can all just have a gab. Who fancies? I've not done a private members only stream for a while. I've been meaning to set up that other channel. I've just not got around to it. I really can't. I feel like the thing is though, I do care. I want to connect with people, but it's that thing again, isn't it? Who do you trust? And it's about being able to trust and being able to be loyal to one another and create them trust bonds. And it, like I was saying, for those who are on the members list, who fancies a members only stream? When should we do it? I don't know. I don't know. I know Cherry's a member here. I used to have people in real life, but not anymore. But I have treasured a small group online. So obviously I've connected with people online as well, but I feel like I'm not creating them strong bonds. Maybe talk just now and again. Hi, Di. Like, you guys are, like Cherry was saying, finding tribe. You guys are my tribe, but it's good to create them personal friendships. It feels like whenever you do, sometimes some people just take the mick, don't they? Thank you, little piggy. Was that for your question that you had, love? I've not read it yet. Let me read it. Why don't fit anywhere? Wait. I promise you, I swear down, right, on my children's lives, and I would never do that as a lie. For all you guys who have connected with me and do know me knows that I would never ever. You don't just throw that around, especially in Britain. Cherry knows, and the people of British know. I swear I did not read your comment. I promise you I didn't, and we just started going on about it. I was just picking up off when we was finishing Liz's reading. That just blew my mind off. Why don't I fit anywhere with it or with anyone? Again, another toxic friend who I thought was great just went tits up. I just can't seem to good girl pal or friend tribe. Is it me? First of all, no, it's not you. And I even personally know what it is as well. Like, before I get into your cards, it's because you're on a totally different level to the people that you're trying to connect with. And sometimes they can't just hit on that vibration. Hey, HB, JHB. It's going good. How are you? I've met most of the people I am close to online in real life now. Still need to meet the brat. Who's the brat? Okay. Pull you some cards out, love. Right, okay. I feel like we need the oracle cards. The brat knows who she is. As soon as I picked up the Oracle cards, the little piggy, at the bottom here it says, although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. And this card's coming in saying, them people who are not in your life, that's because they weren't meant to be on your life. They would have been pulling you back, holding you back. There was a need to be letting them go, and it's because you've been through this period at the moment of what is like, if you look at Tower cards, of being like the hermit, of connecting with ourselves and connecting with our deeper selves here. Let me just shuffle these cards. Sulis is coming in with water here. This is talking about a need to have a cleansing. I feel like that ultimately, first and foremost, the cards want to let you know that no, it's not you. You will find your tribe. And I feel like that there's a need to be cleansing ourselves from the energies that we have had around us, like in the past, so that we can recharge and connect with people who we are close to. This card's coming in here as well, telling me that there's a need for you to connect with people who share hobbies, the same hobbies with you. I've just got really incredibly emotional, and I feel like I'm picking up the emotions of what you've been going through, or maybe some more people who've been going through things in the chat. But there's a need here to be finding the tribe of people who are into similar things as you are. The people who you connected with in the past. I've got the devil card here. I'm not calling them the devil, but this is saying that they held you back. They held you back in a place where you felt like you couldn't be your true self. Yes, it was good, happy memories, but there wasn't a way for you to march on forward. The Chariot's coming in the scene to carry on forward here. Okay, we've got Ericura coming in here, bringing this beautiful blossoming card. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself, the process, and do not give up. This is saying that you are on this journey, especially finding yourself with the people you're going to be the most connected with. This card's coming in saying, do not give up on this journey. You are going to get to where you're needing to be. Listen. Okay. We've also got the Queen of Cups here as well. The Queen of Cups, this card, I feel like it's talking about connecting with your emotions and connecting with, there's a need there to be releasing the emotions. I felt like intense emotion a moment ago, and I feel like that was like, don't get me wrong, I've got a full well of emotions in me that need to be released, but I feel like that there's emotions within you that do need to be released as well. That there's things that you've not allowed yourself to forgive yourself for. Not necessarily that you did anything wrong, but there's things that have happened in your past where you've said, if I did it this way, things would have happened this way. Okay. We've got this beautiful St. Teresa of Lisieux. Little flat, I can't say that word. I'm dyslexic, and when things are in different languages, it makes it a whole ton harder to manage. It means little flower. This card is coming in, bringing steady progress for you, little piggy. This card is saying they're wrapping the purple around you. I do see a lot of spiritual capabilities with you. You've always had this intense, deep knowing about people's energies and the vibes around certain people. Because they're showing me these colours, these beautiful colours here, the golden halo, the golden aura around you. And I feel like that you do at times have very vivid daydreams and nightly dreams. This card is saying that that if you wanted to connect with your third eye, and honest enough to do your question, that connecting with your third eye will help you discover deeper things about yourself as well. I'm going to get you a little Rebel deck card. Where's my little Rebel decks gone? They're hiding from me. I can't see them. Spiritual, tarot, oracle. There they are. They're behind my water bottle. Okay. You got this one, blue little piggy. You are loved. You are here for a reason. Don't forget it. This card is coming to remind you, you are loved. Even though you don't always feel that people do love you and do send that love out to you as well. Okay, guys, I hope that was okay for you, flea little piggy. They're being rebel. They were being rebels. We're going to have a break for a minute because I just want to reset my energies. I hope you guys understand that. So we're going to put this on. It isn't your fault, flea little piggy. I just feel really highly sensitive right now. Also, another thing as well, what I want to talk about for people who have been through, I'm not saying you have, flea little piggy, but people who have been through situations like me, when you've been through some sort of experience, YouTube gets triggered if I say the actual word, but I'm going to put it in the chat. So if you've been through this, then when you've been in them situations, then people they play these horrible mind games with you. Now, there's all sorts of situations where it isn't. No, Liz, nobody's done this to me. This is just my emotions right now. Just highly finger. Liz, little piggy, nobody's done anything wrong. Don't feel that way. I'm just very, very, because I'm an empath. When I connect with energies in general, sometimes I do get overwhelmed, and I just need to have a breather, and we'll get back to readings in a minute, but we're just gonna have a chat for a minute anyway, and then we'll have a little release from it all. But when you've been through that, there's all forms of that. There's all forms of this, okay? There's all forms of this, and then they can be formed from a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, a partner, obviously, is the main one. Now, I went through it twice with two different partners and things when I was younger as well. And when you go through that, whatever it may be in your life, it messes with your mind, right? So hey TJ, so then especially when it's with a partner, they isolate you, and they make it so you feel like, and because obviously it's a break of trust, So then when you are trying to find your tribe and you're trying to find the people who are your people or whatever, it makes it very, very hard. Because, do you know what I mean? It's hard to talk about, guys, obviously. I know I've spoken about it openly before. It's just hard to talk about. But they make you feel that way. And it's important to talk about the healing journey. Like we had that card at the beginning with the spiritual AF card that came out and said, you know, not pretending about the feelings that you're feeling. It's important to talk about things. Whether it's just something like anxiety or other mental health, or just frustration, where, you know, it's important to talk about them things. Mountains, it's not over. We're having a little break for 5 minutes, my love. We're going to get back to readings. We just had a highly emotional few readings and I just feel a bit overwhelmed, my love. So thank you for coming. And they're not over though. They are still going. We're going to be doing readings for at least another 40 minutes. Don't feel sorry at all. It's good that you asked. When the readings are over, you'll see on this banner that's at the bottom, it will change to this banner. Let me just change it a minute. It will say this at the end of it. It'll say X free readings are over, but they're not over. So, and I'll tell you, don't feel sorry though. Welcome to the chat. Hello, hello, hello. We are just having a chat. And for anyone who went in at the beginning / beginning middle of the stream, just to remind you, we are going to do a little 5-minute mindfulness activity at the end of the stream to help lift us up after talking about some heavy stuff. And I know it's been a bit heavy, so I'm sorry about that. But I want us all to feel uplifted. We might have another spiritual AF card at the end. So if you do want to join that mindfulness activity, you can either just think about it in your head, but if you have a pen and paper at the end, then you can write it down for yourself, or you can write it in the chat if you want to. You don't have to share it. I might not share it. What I want to write, we might do. But this little mindfulness activity we're going to do, it's going to be something where we can have a little think for ourselves. Things that we can help us think about gratitude. And I think it's important to think about that. No worries, TJ. It is healing, little piggy. It's good for us to talk about it. It's good for us to have a release. Hey, guess what? Hey, Mac. Good morning, love. So what I was going to say, yeah. I was thinking that we could do with like a private stream for those of us, for our members. I know that everyone can't afford it or whatever, and that's fine, but I just want us to have a safe setting that we can do it on that isn't physically on the YouTubes. So I thought maybe we could do it on like the members only chat, and we can just be able to have a conversation and be able to talk to each other. So I know there's only a few of us who are few that are members at the moment. I might find another way to do it. I want to open up another channel, and I've been saying it forever, so that we can have that safe venture of being able to communicate. I have Patreon mountains, but I've never set it up for like I've opened an account on it, but I've never fully set it up. We could do the member stream tonight if anyone wants to do the members. If you feel like that's something that you guys in my community don't want, it's not going to be doing readings. We could do that on a member stream at another point, but I feel like that we need to have them conversations. Something that we really spoke about a lot on this channel was the personal stuff, and I want to get back to that, but we need to do it in a private way. I think you do a creator page and then do an unlisted live stream and put the link on there. Are you a creator as well, Mountains? I'm using StreamYard, which some of you guys may agree with. But like we was talking about finding our tribe. I want to connect with you guys who come on this channel more as well. Like I do have a separate channel, but I don't know how to add that on my StreamYard. Maybe I can. And we can do like a private stream on it, where it won't be recorded. We'll just be like back. Maybe we could do that on here. I mean, I would be a part of this, Keela. Right, okay. So what I'm thinking, what we could do is like a private chat where it won't be streamed on YouTube. So say if I don't know if those of you have met Gary, we could even have Gary on there singing. Jerry. We could have Gary on there singing with his beautiful voice. We can even put his song on now for those who want to hear it. And we can put, I've got a version of Amber Waves of Pain, or I've got the It Didn't Have to Be Like This, which I can share on this channel before we go back to the readings. Hey, Lex Lux. Okay, what I'm going to do, for those who are members, what we're going to do then, I'm sorry for arranging this right now on the stream because I almost had this idea, is on the members only channel, I'm going to set up a private chat that you guys can be able to, you know, I think I can have up to 6 on the actual screen, and then others can be, like some can just be in the chat and just chill, and we can just talk about stuff. I can't say it, Cherry. Try and say your name without sounding like I'm telling you off. Right, if you would like a reading, put a number 1 in the chat. First we hydrate before we elevate. Cherry loves feeling like she's naughty. I'm going to use my other little tarot cards. Okay. Mountains beyond ages. I feel like I want to connect to you. By the way, I love your name, your handle. I'm trying to put your question in the chat. If you don't know what to ask, you can ask about a general. Just no legal or health related questions, please. Just waiting for Mountain's question. The time right now, 1331. I love synchronicity. Where's it gone? General. Okay. Oh, the synchronicity is coming out again in the tarot cards as well. The two members that are that work like medicine, cherry and hen. Okay, the first two cards that came out, the King and Queen of Wands. Okay. Just as you clicked general, I don't know if you remember me saying a second ago, Mountains, that we have that synchronicity with the time right there as well. And I feel like that first and foremost, I feel like your cards are connecting in to the synchronicity within your life. They're talking about where there's a lot of balance within your life right now, but they are saying that there's situations in your life which is requiring strength. We've got the Lion here coming in saying we needed to connect with our inner strength. The King is the King of Rods, as it's called in this card, these tarot cards. King of Wands is like looking off into the distance and contemplating. I feel like that there's situations around your life that you are contemplating. I feel like that there is a lot of success that is surrounding you, but there is times where you feel like that you're not content with your situations. And I feel like that there is a lot of things that you are content with. It's just a few little things that you are a little bit like, I want to improve on. And I love that. I love that we like to grow and like to improve. They're showing me the blue here. They're showing me the royal blue, and they're bringing in healing surrounding you. And I feel like it's where we're wearing this coat of strength constantly for ourselves and other people. And I feel like that you personally have this very, very uplifting personality. They are showing me these mountains in the background here, but it's like they're in the darkness, and I feel like that you have had to climb your own personal mountains there. But I feel like that the sunset is setting on that situation. Like, this is something in the past. As we move towards more of the present, we've got the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands have got the very, very content cat. I feel like that they're talking about companionship. I know that we've had a lot of companionship vibes on this stream today, but this is talking about where you're feeling very, very content with wow, why can I not get that word out? Hello, Erin. You're feeling very content with your people who you can trust, but there is also that need to be letting the barriers down, because sometimes I'm seeing like these two ones going across like this, like sometimes we're headbutting. Okay, and I feel like this is because I feel like there's a person around you who you are very, very close to, and you two are very alike. And sometimes we do clash, and sometimes it's perfect synchronicity. I do feel like that at the moment things have been feeling very calm of late, and we've been feeling like we have got to where we want to be. And it's like I feel something in the mist, okay, and I feel like that you've been sensing that there's something that could be coming on around the corner, but I feel like that this is gonna be for the better, and it's gonna happen out of nowhere. We've got the Tower card. The Tower card's coming in saying there's going to be something unexpected coming up for you, but this is going to be for the better. Okay, we are going to be feeling like reflecting back on it that it happened for a reason. And I want to say as well, mountains, that we're going to feel like when we are going through this, it's something that we feel like we're constantly fighting the battle here. Oh gosh, we have got the Two of Cups coming in, and I feel like that you and a person who is close to you, I'm not sure if this is a partner or family member or friend, are going to be each other's support. They're showing me that Lion again, okay? And I feel like that this is an unbreakable bond, and I feel like the soulmate connection there. Obviously, I know that we do have many soulmates throughout our lives, and I feel like that this is like a soulmate connection. This is somebody that you've always felt that tie to. Let's see what else we've got here. Sorry guys, that was probably really, really loud. Just about my little lad who has the hospital appointment on Monday. Okay, I'm sorry for the interruptions, Mel. You've got the Star coming in saying that things are going to work out the way that you want them to. The Star is coming in saying, it's very famously known as like the wish card, essentially, saying that right now is the right time to be pushing out them positive intentions of the things that you're wanting manifesting. Obviously, there's sometimes unimaginable things that we try and manifest, like, I don't know, being a millionaire or whatever. But this is saying to be sending out the positive vibes around you, even if you do go through these little hiccups. I feel like I said, that the big challenges that are in the past, that we are going to come up to a little hiccup in the near future, but it's going to feel like it was something made, something that when we look back on, it was for the better, if that makes sense. Okay, let me get a rebel deck card you love. Okay. You are going through some shit. Everyone has their turn. Welcome to yours. Gather your tired ass up and handle it. This card is saying, I feel like that you always have done when you've been through things privately, that when you have gone through situations that you have handled it quite well, where people haven't even seen anything, any kind of vibe of what you're going through on the outside. But I feel like that this card is coming in saying, remember the boss that you are. Even if this is something that isn't happening at the moment, just to always remember your strength and all the things that you have accomplished. They are showing me the number 6 to give to you, okay? And that's showing like the positive changes that we go through after going through the hiccups of rebuilding. And I feel like that that is something very relevant, I can't think of word, in your circumstances as well, mountains, my love. Okay, if anyone would like a reading, please put a 1 in the chat. My knees are clicking and clacking. heavy. Just seeing your comment. Okay. Chairs annoying me. Dooba-dooba-doo. Who am I drawn to? Hen, drop your question in the chat, love. General, please, honey. Okay. Oh, your favourite card came out first, Hen, and we just dropped one. Everybody take a guess what's Hen's favourite card. Everyone take a guess at what Hen's favourite card is. I am being sarcastic, by the way. No, not the Fool. Oh, yeah, you got it, look. Your favourite card came out on the first one. Okay, so the first card that came out for you, Hen, is the Lovers. And I feel like even though it's the Lovers card, and straight away you think of boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and wife or whatever, I feel like it's not talking about that here. And again, like I know we've had a bit of a running theme going on in these cards today, and I feel like this is talking more of about a friendship type of card. This is ew. I feel like this is talk about a friendship. I feel like it's talk about a partnership rather than partners in the sense of lovers. I feel like that. I know that you've said in the chat today that you've connected with people online and stuff, but I feel like that this card is saying that you've created genuine feelings, like them love bonds, not romance bonds, but love bonds there. And I feel like that the people who are close to you are aware of that. And I want to say, even though that there is distance there, that you know, we still feel that very close connection. We've got the King of Wands coming in as well. Obviously, the other tarot card is called the King of Rods. And the King of Wands coming in, and he is coming in saying, talk about contemplation. I feel like that there's a thought for travel. I don't know if you've been planning travel or if it's just a thought in your mind, but they're saying that there's a thought there for traveling. Okay, I don't know if you know where that is, Hen, but there's a thought for travel. I feel like that we're contemplating our options. And I feel like you keep saying to yourself, you know, it's not the right time right now. But this keeps cropping up, I feel like, in your mind, that you keep thinking about, you know, I need to go and explore other places. When I say explore, I don't mean like trekking through the jungle in khakis. I mean like going to travel to see these. I want to say on a plane. I want to say that traveling to a different country. We've also got the death card coming in here, and this is talking about change of circumstances. Out with the old, in with the new. We've got the sun setting on the old and the sun rising on the new. There is things that you personally have found hard to release, okay? And I want to say that these things have held you back at times. And the death card, one of the things that they are making very vivid to me, you see how the heart is stamping on all the peoples here. I feel like that symbolically here, the card is showing you stamping over these situations that have held you back in the past. And I'm hearing the words, no more. I'm not going to allow anything to hold me back. But there is times when you do allow yourself to hold yourself back. And you do sometimes overwhelm yourself with a lot of other people's drama, and sometimes you feel so overwhelmed that you cannot cope with it at times, and you just say out of it. Hello, I can't pronounce your name. Can I call you X if that's okay? Or I can just call you Romero. Hello and welcome, my love. But we've got the 10 of Wands here, talking about that at the moment we feel like that we're having to put a lot more work in our physical life. I don't feel like that this is a relationship or friendship kind of deal, but I need to be putting a lot of work. You feel like you've got a lot of work on your plate. They are talking about either the thought or have started redecorating all these projects there that you're wanting to accomplish, that you're like, I'll get round to it. It's serendipity. Is it called serendipity? Serendipity. I think it's called that. I'll explain it in a minute, Liz. You've also got the 7 of Cups here as well, Hen. 7 of Cups is coming in for you, my love, saying that you have different options available for you. And to be aware when sometimes things seem too good to be true, then they usually are. And I feel like that is coming in where you've had to learn the hard way at times, where people haven't shown their true colours outright. And I feel like that you very much like to be just tell me how it is or whatever. And in the past, there's been people who haven't shown their true colours for other reasons, and you had to learn the hard way. And they're saying here as well, like going forward, when you're looking at options, and I feel like that you are going to be presented with options coming up, and I don't know if it's a relocation or of home or job, but the cards are saying like that we're needing to be looking at small print, just to be aware of where the options seem too good to be true. King of Pentacles is coming in for you as well, finally, but not leastly. King of Pentacles is coming in. First of all, they're making me aware of the bull here. And I feel like they're showing your stubbornness at times. Of the bull coming in. Also Taurus connections as well. But the King of Pentacles are coming in saying that money situations are going to be getting an improvement with you within your life. You are going to feel a bit more a sense of abundance, where there's been situations where you're like, I want to be able to do things, but I can't because I've got to keep the money in the pocket and not be taking it out essentially. But I feel like that things are going to start to feel a little bit more comfortable there as well. And I feel like I need to get a rebel deck card now. That was funny because, you know, I was reading with this tower deck, and on the last card, I got one from the other deck and didn't even realise until just now. Isn't it funny that it does that? Right, okay. Let me get a rebel deck card. Pen. It says, get the fuck outside. Move your ass. Your body's pissed at you. You're spending too much time indoors. Either working or being at home. You're not finding enough time to actually go and enjoy a day out. I know the weather's been a bit naff on and off or whatever, but this is saying that we're needing to be finding that time to refresh ourselves and a day for us where we're not just in all the time, and it's not a case where we've got to go and run errands. I don't know, it's like a wheeze in the throat, guys. I'm sorry. I'm wheezing. Sound like that penguin out of Toy Story. Right, we're gonna do one last card reading. I hope that was okay for you, Hen. Put a 1 in the chat if you'd like a reading. When we're done this reading, we're going to do a little bit of mindfulness activity before we end our stream today. So, yeah, if you'd like a reading, put a 1 in the chat. Yeah, the Rebel deck does like to nag us. I don't know. Before I connect with anybody else on a stream, on the readings, I should say, I just want to hi Tanya, answer Liz's question a minute ago, which says, I feel those sort of themes today, don't know how to explain it, like connections, trust, etc. Let me just make sure that I'm saying the right word. Okay, so with the serendipity coming in, I feel like, and hello yellow beard. So basically, I've not done my platform services for a while, like for a good few years. I wanted to show you guys a quick picture of me doing that. Where's it gone now? Have I lost it? I was showing Gary the other day. Oh, there it is. That's when I used to do like my platform spiritual readings on the platform in the spiritual church. And sometimes when I'll go to a service, when you can't get to everybody in the congregation, because it's impossible, you have about, after doing the prayers and everything, you have about 50 to 45 minutes. If it's a Sunday, even less, because you've got to do hymns and philosophy and everything, where you're connecting with people's loved ones from spirit. And you can't get to everybody. It's impossible, especially even if there's only like 10 people in the audience, you can't get to everybody. Especially if the audience has about 60 people. Sometimes it did. It's impossible. You can't do it. And what would happen at times is you'd be there giving somebody a one-to-one reading, and what that means is where I'm connecting to somebody in the audience and say, hello, look, you know, like I do when I'm giving you guys readings in the chat and I pick who I'm drawn to. I do that when I have an audience in front of me as well. So I'll be like, hello, love, can I come to you, that lady with the red jacket on there? I feel drawn to you. And I'll start connecting with her. And at the end, or even while I'm doing the reading, somebody in the congregation, or maybe at the end, will come to me and say, I know you had a reading for that lady, but I'm so sure you was with me. You totally described this person. I lost that exact thing, and I've been through that exact thing, and we had that exact memory, and blah, blah, blah. Or sometimes with the guidance, we've been through that exact thing, for example. And sometimes what happens is spirit collectively bring in the energies of people who do need the similar guidance. Okay, they like to save on the energies, and they collectively bring people into that congregation. Right now, you're kind of like my congregation. They bring people into the congregation there, who collectively need to hear the messages from spirit, or whether it be here in the readings. And like you said, we had a bit of a running theme that sometimes happened when I was doing services, and it'll be because other people, whether it be you guys in the chat or people in the congregation, also needed to hear that guidance or that message from spirit. And it's the serendipity, synchronicity of the energies connecting in there. Because even though we're all over the world, I know there's only like 13 of us here, including me, but even though we're all scattered around, collectively we're here in this moment. We're here in this moment in our lives right now, and we're sharing an experience. And it might be just a conversation or getting guidance from a reading, but we're hearing it. Even me, I'm hearing them words. And it's like a way of us to be able to grow within ourselves, to experience life. And what you do, whether I come to you and give you a reading, or I'm connecting to another person, you take from that reading your truth, and you leave the rest of it behind. And what that means is that in that moment of getting that reading, you take the parts of it that fit with you. I'm sorry for not getting to the ones, guys. I'll get to it in a second. You connect with the parts of it that connect with you, even if it's not your reading, and you leave the rest of it behind, because you know what? If it helps you grow, then guess what? It helps you grow. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to physically get a one-to-one reading to be able to grow from something. And if it comes from love, and if it's with positive love intentions, then this is something that we can all do amazingly throughout our lives. Whether it's reading a book, listening to a song, watching a film, them synchronicity, them energies of experiencing a moment collectively, even if it's a small group of us, we can grow from that. Okay, so that's what happens at times, and I've seen it happen a few times doing the card reading streams, and I've seen it for sure when I've done my spiritual services. Since I went through what I went through with the something V, I haven't done my platform, and that's because when you do it, your name gets advertised, okay? And it's somewhere where people can know where you are in that moment and find you, and it freaks me out, and I want to get back to it, but I don't want my name advertised. So when it comes to it, I'm going to have, I know I don't share my surname on here, but when I start doing my platform again, I'm going to have to give a different surname that isn't my surname, due to them safety issues for myself. But so I've not done my actual spiritual clairaudience kind of things since 2019, so for 4 years, and I miss it like hell. I do. Thank you, Erin. So true. Sometimes when going to a live tower chat, sometimes I hear messages for me when reading for others. Oh, thank you, guys. And Evelyn says, beautifully said. I like watching readings for that reason. Liz says, thanks so much, Keela. So beautifully explained. Thank you, guys. I have trouble explaining myself sometimes, but yeah, that is why there's sometimes when you go, you'll see it sometimes when you're going into watch a medium or a psychic, sometimes you'll see them give a message to somebody and you'll be like, that I can understand all that. I'm going through that in my life right now. I needed to hear that. And you shouldn't ever feel disheartened that that reading weren't for you, because you were meant to hear it. Okay? Something new you're planning. Regarding going doing my clairvoyance again, I'd have to build myself back up, Tanya. I used to do services all over the Northwest. Not constantly, it was like jotted around the year. But I used to do services in Bolton. I've done them in Yorkshire, Blackpool, Liverpool, different parts of Salford and Manchester. Where else? Bowen-Furness. We went down to Chester and everywhere. So I did them in quite a few different places, but I had to give it all up. And I live right near a spiritual church, and I just need to start getting back into it. I do. Hello, Eco. Glad I caught this, even if I'm terribly late. Don't be worried about being late. You're here when you're here, aren't you? Okay, one last quick reading, and then we'll do our little mindfulness activity. Put your number ones in the chat. Put your ones in the chat. I went back to spiritual church for the first time when Gary was there, but the spiritual church that I go to, they do a service, like a thing on a Wednesday, which is obviously today, and it's in the afternoon, like a little open circle where you can give your readings. It's good, so I'm hoping to get back into that. Maybe we'll go next week. Okay, Lily, put your question in the chat, love. 0202. Synchronicity in the times again. We had 1331 and now we've got 0202. Ooh, my knee's cracking. Where's my little cat? Can't find him. I thought I had my sunglasses on my head and wondered why my headphones wouldn't sit on my head properly. Or when you can't find your glasses and you've got them on your head, that's annoying. Current intention of Habib towards Bushra, sorry. We're going to do a bit of like a mindfulness mindfulness activity the day after that. Love. That'll be good to join into if you want. But no, not to Lily, because I've got to get my children shortly from school. I have a bus to catch. So that is going to be a quick reading. Okay. We've got this one, Lily here, that's saying that Bushra needs to examine what is causing them to feel this way. Why are they feeling like that they need to examine these intentions from Habib here? We've also got this one as well, saying that life is all these cycles that are changing, all these things that we experience and go through is a series of consistently shifting cycles. And when we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you'll be surprised where it leads. This is saying that there's a need here to let things to develop naturally. And this is, I've got this card as well. Just hide the PG bits. But it says that I feel like a sacred union between these two people. There's a need to honour and treasure the relationship as it's truly sacred here as well, Lily. And I feel like that habit has started to create feelings, but there's a need for things to develop naturally, to allow roots to grow. Breathe. Allow things to grow and develop naturally. I feel like that them roots will spread out and be everlasting and be fruitful and grow and develop into these blossoming relationship. But I feel like that if there's questions there that we're asking, we need to figure out why we're asking them questions. Is that person intentionally or unintentionally make us feel like we're needing to ask them questions, or are we having our own self-doubt? Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. Let me get you a Rebel deck card. Like I said, it was only going to be a quick one. It's blue out. Okay, Lily, you are talented and fucking amazing. The world needs your power. Use your voice. Just don't use it for dumb shit. This card is coming out saying that, hey, you are an amazing communicator, and that there is a need for you to at times to be speaking up when sometimes you sometimes don't. You sometimes stay too quiet when we're needing to talk and get our feelings out physically, like verbally, I mean. Right, okay. Get your pens and your paper if you want to join in on this little mindfulness activity that we're going to do. If you don't have a pen and paper, or if I'm joining you at work or something, you can do it in your head, I suppose. But let's do a little mindfulness activity right now. So if you are listening at home or in a safe place, i.e. not using machinery or driving, try and get yourself into a relaxed state of mind. And we're going to start feeling like today we're going to start with thinking about what we're grateful for and what we feel gratitude for. Why is my pen broke? Let me go and get another one. My pen is broken, so no. Now you don't need to write your answers in the chat, guys, but you can if you want to. It's up to you. Hi, Daddy. I'm not seeing you for a while, John. So I'm doing good, love. How are you? So you can join in. This is just a little mindfulness activity. So if you've got a pen and paper, or you can write it in the chat, or you can just think it in your mind, it's up to you. I want you to think about a person who you feel grateful for. Like I said, you can write it in the chat or what, you know. The answer to this could even be yourself. You could put more than one person if you want. Just give you a second to do that little mindfulness answer. Okay, the next one is an object that you feel grateful for. So for the first answer so far, I've put Gabby, and for my second answer, an object you feel grateful for, I've put my home. I am super grateful for this home and this roof over my head. the next little question here that we need to think about is an experience that you feel grateful for. Okay. Yeah, the second one was an object you feel grateful for. I've put my home. It could be something as, I don't know, could be like your bed or your pillow or your sunglasses, your headphones, your phone, whatever you feel grateful to have in your life. The next one was an experience that you feel grateful for. I've put being a mum and meeting Gabby. An experience you feel grateful for. Okay, on to the next bit. The next bit is describe what gratitude feels like. So I want you to think about what gratitude feels like. You can put one word if you want. What does gratitude feel like? Okay, so I've put, it feels like hope that everything is going to be okay and feeling safe and relaxed. Feeling safe and relaxed. It is for me, it's like a feeling of feeling things, feeling safe, and content as well. It's like a feeling of content. This is the last part of it now, my loves. I want you to think about the first 3 things that come to your mind when you think of gratitude. The first 3 things that come to your mind when you think of gratitude. Okay, so I've put content, as we talked about a minute ago, life and family. Excuse me. And I know it's not something that we usually do. We think doing a little mindfulness activity, but I feel like it's important to have a moment of mindfulness every day. And if you guys enjoyed that little mindfulness activity, whether you joined in, just had to think about it. You know, you didn't have to physically write it. You didn't have to put it in the chat if you didn't want it. Even if you just had a thought of it, then, you know, it's really good that you guys got to do that, that we all got to do that. And before we leave you, this is a spiritual AF card. I know we did one at the beginning, but this is for everyone who stayed to the end to get a bit more spiritual AF guidance for the rest of your day. It says, accept the good in your life and know you're a fucking delight. Once you notice the good shit going on in your life, more good shit starts happening. It's like a magnet or a dung beetle. Fun fact, once a dung beetle gets a little nub of poop, ew, he runs around with it and more poop sticks to it and grows and grows. Goodness is like that. This card is saying that I feel like that totally connects to the little mindfulness activity that we just did. It's like when you start feeling grateful, you find more and more things that you can be grateful for as well. Anyway, I want to thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed our little stream we've had today. I'm going to set up a private stream for those who are members for later on, which you can join. We'll do it. We'll start off with just being in the chat, and then people can come on to the panel if they wish, and we can talk about our private shit that nobody else has to hear. So we're gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna set it up later. What time should we say? Because obviously I've got kids and I need to think about it. I'm gonna say 9 o'clock UK time, which is 4 p.m. Eastern, for the private stream for the members. So we'll do that tonight, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and it should be a lot of fun. Anyway, ta-ra for now, my lovelies, and I'll see you in a bit.